3 simple remedies to get rid of a really stuffy nose. As I type these words I am sniffling and snuffling thanks to a very stuffy nose. It's the frustrating kind, where you can't even get some relief by blowing it. This is because the worst kind of stuffiness comes not from an excess of mucus, but from inflamed and irritated tissue in the sinuses and nasal passages. The mucus, well, that's just the cherry on the sundae. When fighting off a cold or the flu, these tissues and the blood vessels inside them become swollen from excess fluid. Other things, such as allergies or irritants like smoke, can also cause that dreadful stuffy feeling. Luckily, home remedies for a stuffy nose are some of the easiest and least involved as they come. These do overlap with some remedies for the cold, as is to be expected since a stuffy nose is a trademark symptom of those pesky viruses. 1. Take a hot shower. Yes, I have used this on the cold and flu remedy posts, and no, it's not cheating, because it really is one of the best ways to relieve stuffiness. The steam from the shower is almost guaranteed to relieve the irritation and inflammation temporarily, unfortunately, but still, and if your stuffy nose comes with an excess of mucus, the steam will thin the secretions and help them drain. You can also do a bowl of steaming water with some essential oils added for an extra kick, and a towel over your head, but a shower is a little less involved. You will need a shower with hot water, a towel. Directions: get the water as hot as you can stand it and stay in there for at least 15 minutes. Make sure the bathroom door is closed, and shove a towel under the door to keep that precious steam in. 2. Make your own saline drops. Saline drops, just water with salt added, are a tried and true remedy for a stuffy nose. Remember how the worst kind of stuffiness that doesn't improve when you blow your nose is, in large part, excess fluids in the tissue that lines the sinuses and nasal passages that causes the tissue to swell, which makes it uncomfortable and hard to breathe. A saline solution is a powerful remedy because it uses the power of osmosis. Put very simply, when there is a higher concentration of salt outside the cells in the tissue, water will pass out of the tissue to balance things out again. When you draw fluid out of the tissue, the swelling decreases, and your breathing opens up. In addition to this, the fluid can loosen up trapped mucus and help flush irritants and germs out of your body. This solution is hypertonic. It has a higher concentration of salt than the body, which draws the water out, as opposed to isotonic, which is balanced to match the body's levels. Do not use a hypertonic solution on children under the age of 5. There is also baking soda added optional to help lessen the potential for the drops to sting if you have a sore nose. You will need -1 teaspoon of sea salt, not table salt, or any kind with iodine. -1/2 teaspoon of baking soda optional. -8 ounce 1 cup of water that is either purified or has been boiled. A sterile glass jar. 8 dropper. Directions: if you are using tap water, boil it first to get rid of any impurities. If you are using purified/distilled bottled water, heat it in the microwave until it is fairly warm. It needs to be a higher temperature to dissolve the salt. Add the salt and the baking soda to your jar, and then add the water if you boiled it. Make sure it's cool some. Put the lid on and give it a good shake. Shake before every use. To use, make sure your dropper is clean and sterile, and blow as much mucus out of your nose as possible just beforehand. Lie on your back with your head hanging off the side of the bed to prevent it from running out or straight down your throat, and put the tip of the dropper just past the inside of the nostril, taking care not to smear it all around inside your nose. Use 1 to 3 drops per nostril. It may sting the first few times. Stay in the same position for 5 to 10 minutes to allow the solution to flow into the nasal passages. Wait a few minutes and then blow your nose. You can repeat this process up to 3 times a day during the duration of your cold. It is not for extended use for allergy season, or to help with an isotonic solution should be made for that. I think it is more pleasant and effective to warm the solution slightly before using it. Store at room temperature up to a week, and then make a new batch. If you prefer to spray to drops, get a container made specifically for administering the nasal spray, and follow the instructions on how to use it. 3. Make a spicy decongestant. Last but not least, few things beat the power of a good homemade spicy decongestant. This recipe is one that I cherish, made with the faithful ingredients of cayenne pepper, apple cider vinegar, lemon juice, honey, and ginger. Some people like the taste, I personally do, and some don't, but whichever camp you're in, you'll love it for the relief that it brings you when it feels like nothing else can. You will need 1/2 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, 1/2 teaspoon of powdered ginger, 3 tablespoons of all natural organic honey, 1/4 cup of lemon juice, 1/4 cup of apple cider vinegar. Directions: pour 1/4 cup of lemon juice and 1/4 cup of apple cider vinegar in pot and bring to a gentle simmer. Stir in 2 to 3 tablespoons of raw organic honey and 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon of cayenne pepper and powdered ginger, each. The latter amount makes it quite strong. Store in a jar in a cool, dark place indefinitely. Adults take 1 to 2 tablespoons daily as needed. Shake well before using, as the powder doesn't dissolve in the most pristine way. I find it pleasant sometimes to warm the mixture before taking it.
If you like the video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. If you want more recipes and tips, subscribe to the channel.